Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another day of the video diary. How's it going today? Today, it's the evening. It's not the evening. And what are you actually talking about? It's 12 o'clock. I'm drunk, man. I'm just, literally, I don't even know what I'm doing. Come on, chicken, defrost. But I know what I'm doing today because I'm not doing my, I'm not going to film a video today. I've woke up this morning and I just can't be bothered. And I know whatever I'm going to do is just going to be rushed. It's not going to be very good. So I'm unfortunately not going to do it, which bugs me a little bit because I wanted to, but I'm now losing my weekly video pattern. I'm going to have to re-pick it up again after Christmas, I think. Obviously live stream is next weekend, but otherwise no video this week, no video the week after in theory, and then one around just after New Year, I think, and then we'll be jumping back in to normal patterns. But yeah. Sorry about that, gang. I'm just a bit like, can't really be bothered to do anything, to be honest with you, let alone normal stuff. You know, what are you talking about? I don't know. I even woke up this early so that I could, woke up this morning quite early so that I could, you see what I mean? I'm not on the ball today at all, in any way, shape or form. I woke up early this morning so that I could even like get ready so that I could film a video early and then go out and edit it a bit later and then get it uploaded later, but I got up, got dressed straight away, and I'm like, let's have breakfast. So I had cheese on toast, it was lovely, orange juice tea and all that, my gubbins. I'm fancying another cup of tea as well, and then I've just been like, I still don't have an idea, I don't have anything that I really want to make, and bugging me. So then I was like, let's tick something off of this board here, with all of my programming stuff, shizzle whizzle. And it's a case of like, where do I actually start with half of this stuff? It hasn't got that one. Where do I actually start with half of this stuff, you know? I'm properly stuck with most of it. So that is now my issue, is figuring out where to start on this board. And I just need to jump into it, I think. And I think it mostly comes down to these videos because like, partially, I'm just sat here like, I need to start my video. Nah. Continue to surf the web. I need to start my video before I do anything. No. And then I never really start it. Now I've started it, I can actually start to get productive in some way, shapes or forms. The problem with this board is that I am very much focused on the fact that, well, I've noticed that for virtually every single one of them, my best solution seems to be an MVC and C#. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, mate? You know what I mean? But yeah, one thing I'm going to do then is I'm going to start doing my own site, and I'm going to start setting up some things that I need for Project Wheatbase, including virtual machines and stuff, because I need a... Is that what I'm doing now? Yeah, I think I need to get a virtual machine running on that. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to set up so that I can start editing Atlas and start... not Atlas, Alfie! Start editing Alfie so that I can start doing some web dev on my own sites, and I'm going to start setting up some infrastructure, so I've got some infrastructure in place for when I start doing Project Wheatbase. So let's move research possibility of getting the image for that. So we'll move that over. I've got to find a banner photo for my site, joped.co.uk. I don't know what to go with. I don't know. Because all of my social networks and stuff at the moment have that one that I took ages ago. A photo I took ages ago of like some leaves. It's a good way of saying it, isn't it? But like you've seen it before on my blog and stuff, my daily vlog channel. It's got this photo here, which I think is a really nice photo. But I took it ages ago, and what does that really say about me? Not an awful lot. Not an awful lot, and that's what bugs me. I'm like, yeah, but what does that actually say? You know what I mean? What does that actually mean? It's a very decent question to ask yourself, really. So I'm currently on the hunt for something a little bit different, and I'm actually maybe that one's alright. Maybe. Yeah. Problem is, I've got to think about the overall design of the entire site. Like that virtually governs my colour scheme, doesn't it, if I go with something like that, which is relatively neutral colours and stuff. Do I necessarily want relatively neutral colours? Not really. I'm trying to go for like Android's colour design scheme thing. So do I want something a little bit more bold, a little bit more yellow? That's a bit too, but it's, I guess it's more professional in inverted commas. I don't know, man. I don't know. That cow photo, I remember that cow photo from weeks ago, from literal years ago. It used to be my desktop on my that's such a good photo. Oh, I just don't know. And we're heading off out. We're having a relaxed day today. I did a bit of spring cleaning, been watching some TV, and now I'm heading off out to go and get myself a hot chocolate. I've got my laptop with me. Yeah, I'm going to a lovely coffee shop, one that I haven't been to since I came house hunting a long ass time ago. So I'm going to go there because I walked past it the other day and it looked really nice inside. So I'm going to head up, got my laptop, so I'm going to do either some programming or a blog post. Most probably a blog post. The problem with half of my programming stuff is I need to just start it, and that's what I've been struggling to do, which is why I've been doing some spring cleaning. Like, that first step is always the hardest step, always. Every single one of them, without doubt. And it's figuring out where to start on my own projects, which is really strange. But what I have started doing is I've started setting up a virtual machine on my computer to run a server on it. Obviously I've got Atlas, which is working as my web server, but for certain projects and stuff I need something more meaty, a little bit more powerful. Not really, but I need it to be in a little separate area to what I've already got. And what I'm thinking is, as well, although it does kind of couple me up to only being able to program on Atlas, I might be able to set up like a... Well, no, what is that I need to set up on it? I need to set up that IIS, so it can be a server, potentially, and an SQL server on there, so that I can start working the database. Oh, then it's going to host a WCF, an MVC. That's why. It's for Wheatbase. I remember. I was setting all this up, but I've completely forgotten why I was doing it. Ooh, we have a flashy low battery as well on you, so you'll probably die on me before I get you in. I forgot about that. It's been flashing all day. I just completely forgot, basically, and now I've left the house. God damn it. But yeah, I'm thinking, go over here. Well, that gave it the kiss of death, didn't it? Well, seeing as I just absolutely mullered my camera battery just by telling it that it was low, that then killed it. Could I vlog like this? Could I potentially? I don't know. It's probably, frame rate is like 2, I think. There we go, that might be a bit better. Just drops you down to 720p. But yeah, so I've always wondered what this would be like to watch back a vlog of what I can see as well as what I'm doing. But anyway, yeah, I've kind of had a bit of a low, well, not necessarily a low day per se, to be honest with you. It's more of a can't really be bothered to do anything kind of day. And I've got like 4 days left at work, and then I'll go back to Nottingham for Christmas. I feel really bad for not getting a main channel video up, I'm not going to lie to you. But it's Christmas, right? Yeah, what I'm saying is I am really sorry. But I thought it a little bit, this is weird because I've got to hold it out more in front of me, I normally hold it there. But I thought it a little bit more productive in order to take a day off and just kind of relax and do what I want, as opposed to mash together what would essentially be a not very entertaining, not very well thought out, boring video, I think. That shutter lag there, Jesus. Pressed record and sat waiting for a good 5 seconds before I even started. I don't know how I ever put up with my laptop to do anything on, to be honest with you. It's horrendous. It's so bad. It's so slow, it's actually unbelievable. I don't know if it's because I'm used to now work PCs and my desktop, obviously, but I'm not too impressed, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, just had a hot chocolate, it was nice. I'll come back earlier than expected. I was gonna, probably not worth the walk, to be honest with you, but yeah, it got me out of the house for a bit. It should be enough to get me sorted with like doing some stuff that might mean, I don't know, just doing stuff, basically. I'm gonna jump into project planning, but it's planning, one of those. I'm thinking I'm gonna start that, just because why not? Just because YOLO 2K149022, you may as well do something with your day. No, I'm not, or am I gonna do web dev? I'm gonna do web dev. I can't decide. I'm so indecisive with my day today. I just can't be bothered to do anything. Can't bother to do anything of any sort. Being lazy, being absolutely bloody lazy. Why is it that at every single park in the entire country there is, and the right side of the screen's blurry, isn't it? Goddamn. Why is it that at every single park in the entire country there is someone with some kind of rope attached to a tree doing like what's it called? Balancing on it. Why is that such a popular thing? Where do they get these like special winch things they attach to trees as well? It's crazy. Look at that, look, that car's giving me nice good light in here. I think if I, no I don't. Oh, I can focus on the go, I didn't know that. Yeah, I think today I've just been a little bit deflated. I think probably because I didn't get a video sorted and stuff yesterday. That's kind of held me back a little bit. It's made me feel a little bit more useless than I normally do. I need to get some stuff done, I need to get some programming started, and then I'm just going to go to uni and go back home and not do any of it for 2 weeks. So what's the point in starting? I just don't know. This church knows. That church knows there. What is the point in this split? So they've updated the split screen on my phone. It used to just be like a box, like face cam on a gaming video. Now it's half and half, which I prefer half and half. I think it's better, but what do you guys think of this? Good backup for when I don't have my camera, or why don't I just wait till I get home? Who knows? There we go, back to normal. In fact, it isn't a brilliant idea for when this battery's dead, because that took 30% of my battery charge and I've only been gone for half an hour. Imagine like actually actively needing my phone and having to do that. God damn. Whew, right. It's 4:15. I might just play a game for 45 minutes and then jump into work. Well, no, jump into starting to make a curry for tonight. Otherwise I'll be eating really late, because curries take me a long ass time to cook. They do. They really, really do. Alright then, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to do some cooking. We're going to do a cooking with Jamie, because we've been lazy and haven't done a main channel video. I'm going to show you how I do my curries. Something I've started throwing in recently are mini... I buy these for my chilies, to be honest with you. But I had some left over and I was like, why don't I just chuck these in to a curry? And they actually do really nice. They actually darken up the colour as well. What I find is with cooking, most of the time it's all about the colours. So for example, I've got a yellow pepper for the simple reason that I don't want to use a red pepper, because everything else is basically going to be red, because I've got red onion, tomatoes, the sauce is relatively red as well. But what I found about these mushrooms is, with them being the mini portobello ones, they're brown and they make the curry go really dark. And the darker it is, I find, the better the spicier it is. It might be a coincidence. I might just put slightly more chilies in, or cook the chilies in a certainly different way, or whatever. But yeah, first things first, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do is we're just going to chop up our mushrooms. We're basically just going to chop up all of our veg. That's what we're going to do here. I'm not going to make you sit there and watch me chop up 5 mushrooms, alright? Mushrooms chopped. We're now going to go for the pepper, just because it's less messy than the onion, basically. Small tip, keep aside like a plastic tub or something to put all of your rubbish in, because otherwise cooking can be a right mess when it comes to like leftover stuff from vegetables and things like that, like onion skins, all that kind of crap. It's always nice to have a little bowl to chuck it all in, and then after you just chuck the bowl in the bin, instead of having to take frequent journeys to the bin in order to... peppers everywhere. God damn it. I've cleaned up this bloody afternoon. Jesus Christ. Now anyway, Normally what I do with this is there is a lot of seeds in there. Bloody hell. Like Christmas for seeds. Normally when I do peppers, I kind of like quite chunky. Well, it's different. For chilies, I do I cook things a lot thinner and a lot smaller so that it cooks down nicely. But for curries, I find it's better to have it quite chunky. Then you just cut out the inside of it like that. Easy peasy. Bam. Get out of town. I'm assuming the framing's alright. And you can see everything, except there's peppers in the way. Oi oi! Oi oi! And then you just chop around it. And then normally, I'll just take this half. How bloody boring is cooking, ladies and gentlemen? It's actually not. I actually really enjoy cooking. I actually quite like it. It's nice and therapeutic, which is why I like to take a lot of time over it. Like I know a lot of people like Laura, for example, will start cooking the chicken while she's chopping up this. I find that too stressful. I like to relax while I'm cooking. I'd like to just take things at a nice casual pace and work from there, basically. Right, because these are quite, we might go in half once. Or should we go into thirds? Let's go in half once. Yeah, works best. Rinse and repeat with the other one. Wait. Now then, next up, onions. Onions, I find, are absolute bastards. Now, not because they make you cry, because they very rarely do, to be honest with you. I always buy red onions as well, but I don't know why, I just prefer red onions. I think they taste nicer than normal onions. But I can never figure out how to chop them properly. Like, get off. I can never figure out how to dice them because it just falls apart. You know, the very last bit, at the very end of dicing it, it just goes all to absolute shit. That's the worst. See, look, is there another layer of skin on this? Not really, no, but I don't like this layer, so we're going to get rid of that layer. Well, I'm impressed by that layer. It's a bit of a crap layer onion. God damn it. But yeah, I normally dice my onions, but I'm not very good at dicing it, so it's kind of like half diced, half sliced. There we go. Got rid of that one. Not a fan of that layer. I don't like it when the skin's too dark. It cooks weird, I think. Right then, to dice. Straight down the middle. And then score. See, this is the bit, look. I can do this bit fine. Sometimes the onion just falls apart as well. I think it's because I use red onions. Red onions are apparently worse for this process. They're a bit more soft than white onions. But, yeah. Cut through like that. And then, bam, look at this. I'm like fucking Jamie Oliver, boys. Jamie bloody Oliver. Except I'm swearing. It's probably more like Gordon Ramsay. Unnecessary swearing all the time. See, look, this last bit here, it's just a git. I just end up slicing my fingers off every single time I do it. And so the last bit you've got to do by hand. You've got to be like, oh look, I've just got to do this, and just onions going absolutely everywhere. What the hell? God damn it. See what I mean? See why I hate this? God, fucking Jesus Christ. And then finally, the last little bit is the chili itself. The chili itself. Normally, I do chilies a little bit differently in curries. Normally only put one in, and these are just standard chilies. There's nothing special about them. They're not like specifically spicy or whatever. What I do is I slice down the edge of it like this, just a tiny little bit. I'll be careful not to absolutely rip my absolute face off with it, and I'm struggling to actually do that. But there we go, we're in. And then here you fold it out, scrape off all the seeds into this lovely pile here, so that you get maximum flavour out of your chilli. Get your money's worth, lad. Get it bloody spicy. Go on. And then, mate, go on, get out. So, you then cut these up really thin, like that. This is what I call a nice cheap way of doing finger chilies. It's just a normal chili, which instead of just being sliced like that all the way along, is just I think this increases the spice intake quite a lot, quite a considerable amount. So yeah, bam and bam. Nope, that'll do, lad. There's no precise science to this. Then got jalfrezi sauce there, which will be used see when it's done. And I also have myself some tomatoes. Because I find this bulks it up a lot. If you try to make a batch, which I'm doing, I'm making like a batch of about 3 or 4. Well, the one I'm eating now and then 3 others. Tomatoes make so much difference to that. Right, next. Final step now is the worst bit. It's the worst bit that no one likes. It's, oh, there's a hair there. Bit gross. Over there. Cut the chicken. Ah, lovely. Absolutely lovely. I always use scissors for it. Knife. Cutting a chicken. I know some people who cut it with a knife. I don't know how they do it. It's ridiculous. It slips all over the place. All over the shop. It's redonkulous. But yeah, you just kind of just chop along. Just make it into nice little strips. It's nice, this. The reason I've got so much chicken is because I'm doing a batch cook of like 4 or 3. I used to do this where I only put like 1 chicken breast. Look at the size of this mother trucker. It's like an old chicken here. Bloody hell, what is going on with this? What is going on with this? This is absolutely lovely viewing, isn't it? I know you're enjoying it. I know you're enjoying it. What was I saying? I used to only put like 1 chicken in, and then like I just got irritated of just having curries, where because you divide it into 4, like one of them would always have all of the chicken in, and you just get so annoyed by it. And what is actually happening here? I actually don't know. This is the weirdest piece of chicken I think I've ever chopped up. And that is saying something. I've chopped up a lot of pieces of chicken. Oh, god damn it. But yeah, Laura will go around and chop off things like this, but I don't care. Go on, chuck it in. Chuck it in, mate. It was on a chicken, it was designed to be eaten. Good old God, eh? Gracious old God, putting chickens on this earth. What an absolute boss. What a babe. What an absolute babylicious Bantosaurus Rex. I'm just kind of talking, aren't I? Just to fill the silence in this room. Just me and a camera. And some chicken. Some scissors. Chopping it up. Keep it up, man. Keep it up. This is where it's all at. Try and keep the pieces, I'm not very good at this, so I don't know why I'm telling you to do this. Try and keep the pieces relatively the same size so that when they're cooking you don't end up with one massive bit that cooks for like, that isn't cooked all the way through, and loads of small bits that are burnt. I'm terrible at that. Laura's better than that than me. I just kind of just go a bit blasé in there, just be like, well, how are we looking? How are we looking? Looking good? Chicken. Nom. Delicious. Okay. Right, that's all the prep done. Now we need a saucepan. This battery is already showing 2 bars out of the 3 for low batteryness. How horrendous is that? Otherwise though, just warming up a pan with oil in it. Got to get it quite warm. I always go, the hotter the pan, basically the better. Although I never put it on 5. I very rarely cook anything on full power, but I do find that this hob is an absolute monster, and if you leave anything on even 1, it'll burn. It's crazy. So, because we're going for a frying, we're going for 4. What I'm going to do, I'm going to hold your hand over this bit. The problem here is, look, setting it up so you can actually see what's going on. I know it's a gorilla pot and stuff, but like hanging... Oh, I wonder if that's possible. It doesn't look too possible, I'm not going to lie to you. Look at this, we've upgraded to the big tripod. It's official. This is a proper thing. Look, you'll see it's steaming. It's very warm. I'm going to have to put this on, so it's going to be loud. I do apologise. But chuck your chicken in. Get in there. Go on. Make sure it hits. If it isn't hitting, then it's not doing a good job. It's not hot enough. Get a spoon. Put it on earlier. And then spin it around. Make sure every single little bit is being cooked. And it's very loud. It is very, very loud. So I'll give your ears a rest if I can reach the stop button. No. I usually cook this a little bit longer than most people do. I like mine quite well cooked, we'll say. It's not really that necessary. I have to have that on because I live in a small flat. If you don't have that on, then the whole flat will smell like chicken for 8 weeks. So yeah. But the hotter the pan, the less it will start bubbling at the bottom. Because the problem is that what most people do is they'll then also use a lot of oil. And then all you really do is end up boiling your chicken in oil. You just want like a tiny little bit of oil, just enough to make it not stick. And then a lot of heat. And to be fair, because of how much chicken there is, I think we might have to go up I might have to, oof, we're maxing it out, boys. This is proper stuff, this. When you come to the point where you're starting to be pretty, you can see some of the chicken browning, not all of it, but some of it. You want to put your mushrooms in, because mushrooms take a notoriously long amount of time to cook. They take a lot longer than all of your other vegetables. They also soak in quite a bit of the chicken juices that might have been being cooked out, so they're good for that as well. So chuck all that in together, and then you just kind of wait a bit. We've got a bit of pepper in there as well for good measure, apparently. Just kind of wait. It's quite a lot of chicken, so it takes ages to cook. It's kind of a slow process. Right, that's looking good. So what we want to do, chuck everything else in. You want to be quick here, because if the chili seeds burn, you're going to be choking and coughing for days, basically. So you want to get them in quickly as you can, as neatly as you can. Get in there, and then stir it quick, so that the chili seeds don't hit the bottom and just burn to it. Because chili seeds, when they burn, can make you cough quite a lot. So now you make sure you keep it stirred, and then that's also a good tip as well. If you can do this, that means it's good. You've got to at least have one, otherwise it's not the same. Not the same curry. You'll be able to taste the curry and tell if it's had a in it or not. It's not the same just doing that. You've got to have the sound effect. Otherwise it is not the same. Okay, so you fry them in. Don't really cook it too long at this point. Well, I don't anyway. I can do. Just keep stirring. I stir food as well a little bit too much. I'm not very good at just going, oh, we'll leave it, we'll come back to it in a minute. I'm not very good at that. I panic. I like fuss over it a little bit. I smell like Febreze, that flash wipes and stuff. I cleaned my kitchen earlier. Can you tell? Nice. Look how it's pristine. This pristine. Right. So now that's on its way. You can start to tell as it starts to like condense down. It'll start to cook down a little bit. That's when you know it's time to move on for the next thing in, which is tomatoes. We throw the tomatoes in. Which is again mainly just to stock up the whole thing, basically to make more meals out of it, because you'd be amazed how much this has probably turned it from 2 meals to 4. It's incredible. Well, maybe not 2 to 4, maybe 3 to 4. Right, you get that in there. You've lost all of the fishness. Means we can turn that off. It's not frying as much anymore. And once you've got all that all rubbed in, make sure you've coated every single last bit as you possibly can in your tomatoes. You can see it's getting quite red. The old pan, the yellow peppers. I much prefer green peppers. Green and red are the best kind of peppers. What are your guys' favourite kind of peppers? Have you really got a low battery? You are bullshitting me, camera. You are absolutely bullshitting me. This is the original Canon camera that I've replaced recently. Like, legitimately, that was fully charged like an hour ago. Bullshit camera. Okay, sauce, chuck it in. Job done. Get it all in, and if you can't get it all out, which you normally can't, you add a little bit of water in the bottom, put the lid back on, give it a bit of a shake, and then toss it in. Well, hey! And now you cook that through just a little bit. You don't really want to do this for long on this kind of heat. Keep that up like that. There you go. It's gone quiet now again, which is nice. Keep stirring that round. It's now gone a nice brown colour, as you can tell. Oh, it's a lot darker in real life. Nice deep brown. You've got a bit of red in there and everything. You boil that through. Make sure you've cooked off as much of the like fruit and veg as you possibly can do. And now what I do now is change hobs. I'm going to put this one down here on a very, very low heat. It's on the number 1. We'll put that on there. We put our little spoon on our spoon rest, which is amazeballs, and then put the lid on. Plop. And now what that does is, well, no, wait, one thing. What it does is allows us to, hold on. This is the best vlogging you've ever done, Jamie. Well done. Keep this up. I want to see more of this. What that does mean is you can now use this already hot hob in order to boil some water ready for the rice, and it means that this will slowly keep cooking, and as it cooks, all of the like sauce and stuff will start to evaporate and get captured by this, and then goes back down again. Basically, some science happens, and it goes back down into the curry, and that means that you maintain a lot of your spice. And the longer you can keep it like this for, basically, as far as I'm concerned, the better it is. Which is why I haven't even started to warm up this yet. So this is going to take what? As soon as that's boiling, it's going to take me 18 minutes to do the rice. So this is going to be here for about half an hour. Just sitting here, simmering, getting nice and spicy. And I do like my spicy curries. So now, we just wait for this to boil. Whew, easy, told you. I cook my chilies in exactly the same way as well. Except it's with a chili mince meat instead of with chicken. And then the chili itself, I normally put 2 in, and I'll slice them a long ways, a bit like a carrot, or cucumber. But yeah, now that's doing that, what I can do is, because now you can essentially start cleaning up, and I normally clean up as much as I can do now, because it's the worst thing, finishing eating your dinner, thinking, oh, I've got loads of washing up to do, that isn't a very nice feeling. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start washing everything up that I've got. I'm then also going to make my sandwiches for tomorrow, so I don't have to do that later. And, yeah, that's my plan, Stanley. I'll let you know how it turns out, basically. I've got nothing else to, there's nothing else going on here. Up until the point that, well no, you don't have to do a nan and stuff, I'm just doing the instructions on the back of the packet. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that, ladies and gentlemen. Was that interesting? They're like the 2 things I know how to cook properly, is like chili and curry. They're the 2 things that I batch cook. Well, apart from a sausage bean thing, which I might show you one day. Which I'm not very good at either, I can't do the sausages properly. But yeah, this is really good for like, if you need a lot of stuff, if you need like a good collection of meals in order just to throw in your freezer and then come home one day and cook up, then curry and chili, highly recommended. It literally takes as long to reproduce at the end as it does to cook the rice and slash all the garlic bread. If you're doing chili. But yeah, good stuff. Who was that? Laura. Laura's gone home now. She's finished for the year at uni. It's not Laura. No. What is that? Auto Awesome has been applied to the videos I was doing earlier. I don't trust you, to be honest with you. But what I am going to do is put my music back on while I wash up. So, yeah. And done. Look at that. Isn't that good? And I should probably take it off the tripod, but bam. There you go. 4 massive portions. Job done. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call it a night. It's only 7:15, but I'm going to get this uploaded because I believe it's been quite a long day today. I think we've had quite a fun weekend this weekend. Today we've had the crazy split screen action, cooking with Jamie. Yesterday we had squirrels and town. So much fun. Am I right? Tomorrow is a busy day, as per usual. So Monday, we are at work all day, and then we've got shopping in the evening, although it's only a smallish shop because I'm only really here for a week now. I go home a week today, which is good fun, but also we're at work, which means lots and lots of mappings and all that kind of good stuff, which isn't quite as much fun. So it's just mapping. I've already written like 180 tests in like 2 days. Drives you mad. Drives you up bloody wall. But yeah, I'm going to get going, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, I haven't been bothered, is the honest word of saying it, doing anything on this board here. But, oh well. It's a Sunday. Oh, it's a Sunday. I'm sorry you didn't get a main channel video. I hope that today's video has somehow made up for that. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you later.